Good morning, everyone. It is Monday and back to work on the bench, and I actually did a lot yesterday in the studio. I know, weird, huh? I did a lot because I had a great mail call on Saturday. A lot of things I've been looking for and waiting for and itching to did show up. So yay, I get to do that. Also, I get to learn how to fix a mistake that I'm going to share with you guys in the video. But got a lot more done. Hopefully we will get either done with both of the projects, or we'll come really close to getting them done, and maybe 1 or 2 days next week to finish it up, because I am getting antsy. I really want to get started on the project I've been hinting about, and share that with you guys and the adventure that's going to come with that. But with that, if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Click on the little bell. Every time I upload a video, you will be notified. And as always, if you have a comment, a suggestion, a whatever, please leave it in the comment section, and I usually respond within 12-24 hours. So with that, guys, let's get to the bench. Good morning. It is Sunday and getting a jump. Got an awesome thing yesterday. Got mail calls, so wanted to share with you, so you know why I'm getting back to work so quickly. So yes, I did get the Discovery board from Rolf at Tenant Controls. Thank you so much, brother. I'm so looking forward to this. And there you go, guys. This is just for, you know, in the nacelles. So I love that. And that's basically, this is how I'm going to do it. I mean, there is holes in here, but if you put it behind, you're going to lose so much. So that is great. Got that. Got the computer board, like I said, and got all the little bitty extras and the lights. And show you this, guys. Here, let me get it closer. Got the bridge done. So that's ready to go in, and I am starting to do the photo etch. Getting there slowly. Also, when I get onto the P51, my airflow came in. Yes. And like I said, just using that with the Vallejo airbrush paints, because I've tried the T.B.I thinner on the T.B.I acrylic thinner on the airbrush or the Vallejo acrylics, and yeah, not the best. But also, looks up, guys, got photo etch from Edward, and this is going to help me beef up the P51 a bit. So what I got left to do is I've already got the propellers done, and I've got them glossed on there so I can wrap them and get working on the cone. And yeah, that's about as far as I went, guys. I'm getting really kind of excited to get going on the Enterprise some more. And here's the photo etch. See if I can share that with you. That goes into the nacelle, or the back of the nacelle. So great. So, well, welcome back. Sunday afternoon, and finally got the wiring done and got everything needed to get redone. So letting my tulip get good and dry, then I can do whatever little modifications I need to. But the one thing I want to talk about, guys, is this. This is magnet wire. I've never used it before, but I'm becoming a really big fan. So this is a 30W AGA normally use, and it's starting to run low, so I thought I'd start trying this. I've seen it on several builds, and yeah, I really am liking the heck out of it. It works great, and just get this turned on, and I'll show you real quick. And there we go. Oh, it's all right. There. So, as long as I can keep the power on there. But hey, it's really good stuff. I really like it. It's very nice and easy to work with, and it's manageable. So, while my tulip is drying, I am going to get working on these little bits. I've started to work on the photo etch for the nacelle fan, and I'm going to start on the other one and get some other things going. So, back to work I go, guys. Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the bench. And show you what I did get done yesterday. Like I shared with you, I got everything set ready for lights. Also, what I decided to do is this is where I'm going to go ahead and mount my computer board. It's the best place for it, and yeah, I love it right there. Also, the mistake I made, and let me feed into it for you. So, you know, I got the photo etch, and I love working with photo etch. But here's the problem. Most of the photo etch I've worked with has never been really this small. And where this goes is supposed to go right here on top of this. So I tried, and the glue did that, and I got to figure out another way, take care of it first. So what I'm going to do, I have been looking into it, and I'm going to get this fixed and cleaned up so we can look in the bridge again. Because I mean, come on, guys, you can see it in there. The bridge is in there, as you can tell. But I'm going to have to take this off and get this worked on and ready to go. But the other thing I did get done. Dun, da, da, the cells are put together and ready to go. Except on the ready to go, I got to do some sanding and some seam work. But hey, another part done. And the really cool thing with these nacelles, and I have to agree with Lou from Aztec Dummy, is they finally got the pylon and nacelles right. And if you guys have built starships, and you know, usually the biggest problem is trying to keep them level and straight when you go to fix them onto the body, because usually you only got maybe one joint with a couple of pins, and then it's like, oh my god, what's going on? Sorry about this, guys. Just trying to get this in here. Hold on. Let me do this. Just going to show you this. So, get you all in there one way. There we go. And get everything cleared out of the way. And then, like I said, it's great because it's got this big part here. It's flat. And they did that for wiring. But check that out, guys. That actually, yeah, I am excited. Super excited. That's amazing. And I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do, whether if I'm going to keep the nacelles and the pylon separate before I do anything, because yes, I am going to have to do some seam work. So that's one of the things I'm trying to think about because of what I'm going to do. But first, I want to get the nacelle ready to go. Get on that while I'm getting other things done. So with that, guys, and yes, while you're waiting for the putty to get dry, I'm going to start working on some of the photo etch for the P51. And I'll explain that too. So with that, guys, oh, one last thing, sorry. So I was able, the photo etch that didn't really give me a problem was the fan blades. And what I did on the fan blade is because this is the way they molded this is it's supposed to go in that big tab. So what I did is I got it down smooth, and then when I get ready to, I can glue it just right there so it fits like it's supposed to. And so it'll fit like it's supposed to and get ready. But I don't want to put any of this on because I still got to paint. So I'm going to mask off the LED so I can get all the painting done. But with that, guys, like I said, let me get some more stuff going on and we'll keep going. So I'll see you in a little while. Okay, guys, the nacelles and pylons are drying with the putty, and then didn't show, but if you remember when I started, this was all cloudy because of the gluing. So I'm trying a new technique. It's sanding it down, and then I had to get some stuff to get the clear back out of it. But as cloudy as it was when we first started, well, here, let me shut the overhead off so that's not glaring. As cloudy as it was, but now we're starting to get back in there. And I just have to wait for some stuff I had to order so I can finish that up. But hey, there we go. Now it doesn't look like a smoker's lounge on the bridge and go in there. So I'm actually going to probably start using the technique, and I found it on YouTube. When I do clear pieces like the car or the canopies for planes or even maybe big pieces like this, is basically, well, let me see here. It's 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 grit sandpaper, wet, and do a wet sanding, and then I got some stuff from Novus that's coming in, and I also bought some finishing polish of T.B.I to use, and I will share that when I get that all done. But it's doing pretty good because it's helped remove any, and from what I understand and liking right now is if you scratch it or get glue on it, you can do this technique and go with it. So if you're interested, please go look on YouTube. It's an amazing technique, and I'm using. But the other thing I'm also doing while I'm waiting on putty to dry is I'm starting to mask the nacelles where they need to be, and these are lots of little ovals. Here, let me zoom in for you guys so you can see this. Let me show you right here. So yeah, little circles going in there, and you know, either way, if you guys, Lou did 2 maskings for the Discovery Enterprise or the Piker Prize. One, this is just the windows that I'm using because I have the decal sheet that I bought before I even realized, you know, before I waited for Lou to get done, and that's never going to happen again. I'm going to definitely wait for Lou to get done, but that's okay. But the other one is the paint mask too, the Aztec and masking and all that for the ship. So if you got the mask or the decals like I do, grab the window mask, or if you've got the whole ship and you want to do your own paint and everything, get the other one. Get the full decals or the full mask set. So with that, guys, I'm going to get back to getting on this, and then hopefully here in an hour or two I can start sanding the pylons and maybe get a little bit of paint and see where we can do something crazy. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a little later. Well, good afternoon. Got mail calls, so let me do that before I get into that. So, as you guys know, I've been using my Dremel to do a lot of holes in models and do things, but I finally decided I needed to get one of these girls so I wouldn't be melting the plastic all the time. And so far I like it. The only thing, I have looked at this thing 100 times, and I've taken it apart, and this is, when this is in there level, when it's in there right, it's in the middle, but when you screw it down, it's not. So I'm going to probably go in and tweak the housing just around that, but not right now. I want to get some more work done. But yeah, so I got me a T.B.I drill, and I got some T.B.I drill bits, smaller bits. But, so, right now, I'm waiting on this, and I'm not going to be able to do much more on the nacelles until tomorrow. What I did is I went, stay in camera. Let me zoom in here. Let's see. Try to get this worked up a little better. There we go. So what I did is I took epoxy sculpt because there was this real bad seam where the pylon went into the nacelle. Now, I know it looks weird right now, but I'm going to let this get finished drying, and then I'm going to sand it down. And I've done that to both nacelles. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to go ahead and start working the wiring, even though the dome isn't, or I'm waiting on stuff to get the finished, restoring the clear piece. But not much I can do there right now, so let me look at the ship, and if not, I'm going to get back onto the P51. But it is time for rum. So I'm going to have a quick drink and get back to work. Well, good evening, guys, and I'm going to call it pretty much a day. As you can tell, I've got the secondary hull and the nacelles on. I decided to go and do it because I need to do some putty work around here where they connect in the secondary hull. And I wanted to get something to start, and I got to do putty work on the secondary hull, so why not get it all done at once? So, there is that, guys. And, yeah, so work keeps going. I'm happy. Everything is working. Like I said, I got the board and the main saucer, so I'm going to do this and the saucer separate, and then I'll connect them together. But I want to get the seams taken care of, and then get a good coat on after I do the window blocking, of course. And make sure that we're ready to go. So, we're getting there. So, you guys have a great Monday night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, good Wednesday morning, and getting some work done before I go help a friend move. He has to move he's sold his house, and him and his wife are going into a smaller one, so I'm going to be helping him move things today. But I spent pretty much yesterday with my wife doing some things to her studio to help her out, but I did get a lot of the seams done and sanded. So now it's time to go ahead and get that first coat of primer on, then I can see what little details I need to fix before we go with the base coat. But while that's drying, I'm going to get back to work on the P51, and I will show you what I'm going to do when I come back. Alright, forget the paint booth going, the fan, the extractor, the exhaust fan going, but so like I said, so I'm working on the P51, and like I said, I went and I found these from Edward, and I put in Rebel 148 scale P51B, and it brought up this. But this photo etch is for T.B.I kit, and there's differences in each kit. Now there are things that I will be able to use out of this, so not a waste, but something I should have done was check it even closer, get really into the fine print, because when I got this, it was 148 scale P51B. I was like, okay, that works for me. But yeah, the more I look at it, like there's photo etch to be able to go in the gears, but it's for the T.B.I modeled pour of the P51B and not the Rebel. But no worries. But I'm still going to add a lot of this. It's more, you know, to help with the cockpit now than anything else. So, and then maybe I'll see what I can use. So don't ever fret if you order something you think it's one thing, but it is for the thing you're wanting to build, but oh, it's not for the kit you have. It's for another maker's kit or another company's kit. So with that, I'm going to keep working on this, guys, and I'll show you as I get more done. Alright guys, well, I got what I could get done, and I'm actually, you know, I do like it. Edward's really good, but there's a lot of things, because like I said, this is Rebel kit that I was not going to be able to use, but I did use the belts, and they came out looking great, and I was able to use most of the instrument panel. Now, as soon as this gets good and dry, I'm going to mask it off and go ahead and paint the rest of this. I just wanted to see what I was going to have to do, so when this dries up really good, I'm going to mask it and then get it painted. Then hey, then we're on to getting this stuff into the plane. And the Enterprise primer coat's on, almost dry. Well, probably is dry because I've been over here doing this for a while. And so I'll go grab that, and let's see what sanding we still have to do on those. But hey, a little more done. Alright guys, all in all, it's not really bad at all. I mean, it did pretty well. I got the seams pretty well. I mean, there's a couple of touch-ups to do, and then right here on the bottom I got to do some more touch-ups, but I'm happy with that. So the good thing is I'll get those touch-ups done, and then I'll get started on pre-shading and get the primary color down, and ooh, then it's decals. But let me fix this sanding and get some color on this. Well, back at it, and primer's dry, and something I've never really done before, but I've heard it talked about, and I decided to go and give it a shot, is I went ahead and took some sandpaper, small spot, dipped it in water, and just wet sanded. And the reason I did that is it seems like sometimes when I go to paint, there's just areas that the paint doesn't lay in very well. So, yay, tried that, and kind of happy. Got a bunch of the stuff off that you know you don't want showing up. So, yay. So now I'm going to go ahead and do some painting. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually paint these grills on the nacelle and in here a separate color, and then I'm going to go do a metallic gray for those, and then I'm going to in here, and then I'm going to go back, and after these dry I'm going to mask them off, and then I'm going to do my pre-shading and then go back in with the primary hull color that I'm going to use, which is probably going to be sky gray. I like that. It looks really good, and I'm kind of happy with it, so I'm going to try that. But so yeah, I'm going to have to go do some masking, but the only reason I'm not doing any others because like I said, I got the decal sheet and want to make sure that, you know, there's not too many different colors even with the decals going on that I'm going to be fighting around. So there we go, guys. So as I get stuff done, I will happily share with you guys what I got done. So see you in a bit. Alright, well, there is my metallic gray that I wanted to do for the panels, and then the grill work on the, you know, the intercoolers and all that. So next, let this get good and dry, then I'll mask off and then get in there and start doing my pre-shading for this. So yay, we're finally getting paint down. Good Thursday, everyone, and it is Thursday evening, and I'm getting some work done, and I'll explain that. But I was helping a friend of mine get stuff moved before the audacious S word that they're saying is coming the next night, tonight or tomorrow. So helped him get a bunch of stuff moved to his new place. So what I did is I masked off the things of the gunmetal I did, and then I went and did pre-shading. Now you're probably going, why do you do pre-shading when it's just going to be one color? Because even in the decals, that's right, the wallpaper decals. For me, when I do the pre-shading and I do that nice overall paint, I think it just adds more depth, helps add more depth, even if it's getting covered in up with decals on some parts. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I'm letting this get dry, and let me show you, share with you guys this. Oh, see if I can get it in frame there. So that is the Rebel cockpit, and then the Edwards for the T.B.I kit, but I was able to use some, like I said, on this Rebel kit. So nice little seat belts and all that. So I'm still getting some done on that, but I actually helped him yesterday and today, so I'm trying to get a little bit done, and waiting on mail. So let me get back to work, and I'll share with you when I get it done. Get more done. Good morning, it's Friday, and getting back to getting some work done. So primary color's done. I've done the touch-ups, so now that I'm going to let those touch-ups dry a little bit, or get dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a satin clear coat on this to do the decals. But not too bad. I really do like how that came out. So, and also I finally did get my stuff to help fix the dome. So I'll be working on that too. So with that, guys, let me get this over to my spray booth and get work on let this finish drying and get work on that dome. See you in a bit. Alright, guys, I think this is pretty good. Better than it was. And give me just a second. Let me finish doing a little bit here. And there we go. Yep, coming up. So you guys remember how cloudy it was. Now look at that. Now you can see the bridge. Yay. Great. So next thing is I'm going to get this into the upper saucer and get it glued down and let it start drying. So I can probably get the saucer together today, hopefully too. So let me get on that and I'll show you what I can get done. Alright, well, everything's wired good and ready to go down the saucer. But one thing I wanted to point out, guys, whenever you do light blocking, always test the lights before you seal this up, because the sensor light or the navigation lights might not work. So what I had to actually do on the bottom here is I had to pull the clear window pieces and then make sure that it was reblocked. Because when they were in there, I didn't seal it well enough, and they were shining up and through the clear piece. So that's one thing to always double check. So I'm going to get this turned off and let the paint dry, because I used my tulip and then I just went back through with my Tamiya flat black just to get the little areas that needed it. So let me get this moved and we'll get on to getting decals on the secondary hull. Well, I'm going to keep working on a little bit of the decals, and that's going to be a love and hate relationship, more hate than love. I've done wallpaper decaling before, but I'm going to have to take a little bit more time than I usually do with them, and I'm still going to make this look good, so don't worry about that. But I thought, since I couldn't show very much for the end of the week last week, thought, hey, here we go. So it's not glued down yet, but saucer's on, and then that's that little bit of lighting I was doing to help bring it out. And let me see if I can do this for you. Bring it down. Oh, bring it up. And without it going out of focus. Oh, well, dang it. But yeah, you can definitely, I'll make sure to get pictures of it, but definitely you can look down on top of it and see the bridge, and it's like, holy heck, that looks amazing. So, and then here we go, without it shorting out, but yes, and also the lights underneath are doing well, and you can tell I got to remark these off, but yeah. And then do a little bit more light blocking, but other than that, I'm hoping to get this saucer together and get started on that and call it good. So with that, everyone, I want to wish you all a very awesome weekend, a very happy week next week, and I'll see you next week on the bench. See you soon.